So, the results of my test. This is my test piece. So, I trammed the mill and got it within 0.02, I think. Well, and that makes sense now from my results. So I think I'm trammed within 0.02 millimeters, and I don't know about this vise. I haven't checked if the vise is trammed yet. I could do that. But so I just milled both sides or both faces of this test piece, and it's within 0.02 millimeters thickness from end to end. Roughly 2 or 3 with my very inaccurate plastic vernier calipers. Well, they're actually pretty... I use them all the time, I love them. But anyway, a nicer pair would be good. Certainly I'm going to get a nicer pair of verniers. But yeah, so it's good. So I took it seems to be the deepest cut I seem to be able to take on something like that seems to be, which is just mold steel, seems to be 1 millimeter, regardless of end mill size. Seems to be about 1 millimeter is the deepest cut you can take, which is okay, and you can get through it quickly. It's just if you go any deeper than 1 mil, it just doesn't like it. And I've found that if you sort of commit to the cut and get into the cut, it prefers that over slowly easing into the cut. It prefers to just go through it without sort of hesitating. That seems to be the best way. So it'll take a 1 mil cut and you can just send it on through at about, I don't know, 600 RPM, roughly. About there. And it's got I'm quite impressed with the power, actually. It doesn't, you can hear it working, and it just goes on through. It's good. It's quite good. It's a bit quirky. You must lock, I found you really have to lock the axes you're not using. So if you're using the Y, you've really got to lock the X, and you've got to lock the Z too, because if you don't lock the Z especially, it will creep down on you. If you've got the fine, I'm not sure if it would do it if you didn't have the fine engaged. Maybe it wouldn't. But if you don't have it locked and you've got the fine engaged, it has that much vibration up in the head that it just slowly turns the dial, and it starts creeping down while you're trying to make a cut. It'd probably do the same thing. I don't know if it would. It probably wouldn't creep down on the... Oh, it might. It probably would. It probably would actually creep down on you, even if you didn't have the fine feed engaged. Oh, it won't go up, but it certainly... You have to have it locked, which is kind of annoying because you got to, every time you make a cut, you got to lock the... But I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's good. I mean, it's great. I'm really wrapped with having it. It's fantastic. I'm going to have so much fun. So I have a plan. One of the first jobs I'll be doing with it is, I'm really not happy with how much the column flexes. It's too much. And I think that's I mean, that's a common thing all over the internet. People are saying there's too much flex in them, and people have made plates up here that come down and tie it into the base. So I'm going to do something like that and just lock the column. Just have a fixed column, because I don't see I can't imagine what I'm going to do that I need the column to tilt for. I think if I have to drill a hole on an angle, or if I want to mill a slot on an angle, I'd just tilt the part. Just make up a little vise that tilts and just do that. I don't want the head to move, the column. So yeah, it's very it's wrapped. Thanks, Dad. Well, I'm wrapped. Thank you, Dad. This is I'm having lots of fun. Got my safety glasses. I'm sure I'll have fun until I break an end mill. But anyway, I'm going to bed. Good night.